Good morning, everybody. In today's flight, we'll be taking the Arrow out of Daytona Beach, then on a fun scenic tour around Cape Canaveral. We'll go ahead and do a few touch and goes at the Shuttle Landing Site, a few flybys of the VAB, as well as the Launchpads at Kennedy Space Center, and then we'll return for a full stop landing at Spruce Creek right next to Daytona. This is not meant to be a serious episode at all, just a chance to have some fun, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Should I be scared by what I'm looking at in front of me? Probably. What if I just held the nose up? That's basically what I'm going to do. Let's see if we can get around whatever this is. I don't know. We'll see. Oh. Well, we made it up that hill, I guess. Let me see if I have power. Is it going to let me... Oh yeah, we can make it around this. Awesome. Okay. We'll keep going then. Yep, keep it coming. Keep it coming. This is good. Don't worry. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. We're going to say finals clear. Runway's clear. Clear to enter. I'm going to hold this. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Clear to enter runway 07 left. We're going to go ahead and line up here onto runway 7 left. And we're going to increase power to full. Things looking good. Full power. Airspeed alive. Come on, more rudder, please. There's 60. We can start to rotate. There we go. And we'll say that's out of usable runway. Gear up. And we'll transition to VYF 90 as we get out of here. Maintain runway heading for now. So we're off the coastline there. And try not to overshoot my altitude by too much. Bring the power back. Actually, correction. Let's keep it at 2,000 on the manifold pressure. There we go. That'll work well. And then just start to reduce the prop RPM there to about 24. Trim this bad boy out. And we're now airborne, just going to keep on flying off the coast here. There's my 3 gigabytes worth of Daytona scenery. I had nothing to do with whatever happened to that bridge down there, by the way. Just putting that out there. Alright, let's go ahead and start this turn now to the south. Let's take a look and see. Private airport, thanks for letting me know for flight approach. There's an RNAV for 15. The RNAV will take me over the shore from Earth, then to Rocket, and then Stars. I'm not making that up. That is exactly what the RNAV says. Minimums are LPV down to 200, so that's pretty good. We might be able to load that up. Let's go ahead and see here. Now if I hit approach, Tango Tango Sierra, RNAV 15. Transition, the Earth transition. Yeah, load and activate. Why the hell not, right? Maps. Did that work? I don't know if that even worked, but that's okay. We'll just keep flying towards it. It might still be VFR. Actually, you know what? Now it looks like it will be. So, Do you reckon if I turned, if I set this to NASA Tower, do you think I could actually contact the fake ATC in this game? For whatever reason, it's not going to speak to me, but it is NASA Tower. They're saying altimeter 2909 or 3. Oh, you know why I didn't hear them? It's because I have my volume turned. Yeah, that might have something to do with it, but hey, at least we can read that, right?
Clear touch and go left traffic runway 15.
Alright, clear touch and go, left traffic, runway 15, correction, 31 Charlie. Almost said 9 Charlie Juliet. Alright, we'll clear touch and go. Still don't have the airport in sight. That might be it over there, actually. Let's, yeah, that about aligns with what we'd expect. So, I'm going to go ahead and set props to full now. Slow it down. We're below 129. I'm going to go ahead and bring gear down. Yeah, we'll just scud run it for now. Yeah, that's definitely the runway, so... And that's the wide arc. 1 notch of flaps in. Go ahead and bring next notch of flaps in. So bring flaps to 2. Go start to reduce now. We'll aim for the 1,000-footers. Go ahead and bring last notch in once the runway is assured. There we go. We'll reduce to 70 now. And I just gotta keep in mind that this airplane will want to float on me, so just hold this up. Power, power, power. Or sorry, it's not gonna want to float on me is what I meant to say there. If I fly 70, so. And I also gotta keep in mind this runway is really freaking wide, so hold this off, power back, hold a little bit in. Yeah, that floated a little bit farther than I would have liked. Alright. Flaps up. Gonna go ahead and slowly increase that to full power. There's my airspeed. Give it some more rudder. And we're up. I'll go ahead and at this point raise the gear. Alright, we're off the departure end, and we'll say that's a 1/4 mile. Oh, look what it is. It's the assembly building, so that's cool. We'll go ahead and start this crosswind turn. And I'm actually going to keep this crosswind turn going. Usually I tell people not to do this, but I also don't want to lose the runway in the fog, so... Alright, once we're beamed those 1,000-footers, we're going to do what we always do. So, carpet not required, prop set. Go ahead and bring the gear down and the power back to approach.
147 at 5. Clear touch and go left traffic runway 15.
First notch flaps in the wide arc.
Cleared for touch and go runway 15 Aero Tree 1 Charlie.
There we go, and now I have to just really adjust the trim. Yeah, and this airplane, you really got to adjust the trim. It's not going to want to just adjust by itself anyways. We're really far out, so let's go ahead and get that turn to final going. Gas undercarriage down, 3 green, make sure, and props. I'm going to totally overshoot this. I looked down for 10 seconds, and now look, if I can't get this realigned, we're going to have to just go around, so... Come on, keep this going. Yeah, that sucked. Look down for 10 seconds, look at that. Gear down, 3 green, flaps. We'll go ahead and set 2. And I'll bring that last notch of flaps in once we're actually on final here. More power in, more power in, more power. Start to ease it out, ease it out, ease it out. And just hold this, hold this. Okay, that wasn't bad. It was on the 1,000-footers, but the approach sucked, so flaps up. Start to add that power back in. That VAB looks so cool from here. It's crazy how big that building is. I mean, I've seen it in person not long ago. That thing is just huge. We'll go ahead and start that crosswind turn. When you're driving up to it, it looks like a giant brick just sticking out of the ground. It's so funny. And I don't mean when you're driving right up next to it. I mean that's when you are pretty much still like 10 miles away from it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and practice a short field technique landing today. So, for that, just need to keep our speed down a little. Granted, I think 70 is going to be about as slow as we can get it. Basically, just manage your descent with power the whole way down. So, we'll give it a shot in the arrow, see how it goes. Being the touchdown point, we're going to go ahead and say speed almost below 129. Let's just bring the manifold pressure down to about 16. And,
Arrow tree
pitch up.
147 at 5. Clear touch and go left traffic runway
Down.
15.
Cleared for touch and go runway 15 arrow tree
There you
1
go.
Charlie.
You just gotta be a little patient with it. And look, once the gear comes down and you bring the manifold pressure back, it'll, yeah, just go right down. So that's 1 notch of flaps in. The speed will go right down, I mean. Alright, let's go ahead and get this turn going here. Start that turn inbound so we don't do what we did last time. And let's start to reduce it to 70. And we're just gonna basically keep our power in. A little bit steep on the descent profile because the idea is we want to clear some obstacles here. And I'm going to go ahead and pitch up. Reduce to 70. Flaps full. We're clear, touch and go. Gears down, 3 green. Props full forward, please. And there's 70. So I'm going to put the power back in. Yeah, we really can't get much slower than 70 on this airplane. So I guess I should have been using 75 earlier for my normal approach. So get that power back. And watch, we can just manage this to glide just with power here. Alright? So I want to keep myself a little bit high. There we go. There we go, watch this. Gonna start to ease that power out, aiming for about half a center line straight before. And there we'll say we're clear of an obstacle. I'm gonna close the throttle. And now, hopefully, we might float just a little bit. Hold this off, hold this off. Yeah, that was a little bit, so go ahead and do a stop and go. Oh, hold careful on those brakes there. Gotta be careful. And we'll do short field techniques. So 2 notches of flaps, hold the brakes, increase the power to full. Airspace live. There we go. 60. Climb out at 72 is our VX. So we'll climb out 72 till we're clear of a 50-footer. Right around now, we'll go ahead and level that nose. 1 notch of flaps up, and we'll bring the gear up too, because, you know, why not? Even though we have a lot of runway right in front. Oh, look at that! There's a Space Shuttle there. I didn't even notice that. Hello, Space Shuttle. And we'll do climb out at 90 now. But yeah, look at that. Look at that guy down there. Oh, that's so cool. I'm just going to aim just 1 center line straight before. There you go. You see how you can see that descent rate start to increase? That's how you need to know. You got to just put a little bit of power in. So nice and steady here. Nice and steady. 1 center line straight before. And I'm going to go ahead and start to take that power out. Float a little bit, and that was just short. All right, come on, easy on those brakes, easy on those brakes. Bring it to a stop, 2 notches of flaps, and go ahead and increase that power. Oh, I said on the brakes, right? There we go. Reset the camera view, full power. And off on the brakes. Airspeed alive. Go ahead and just get this thing in the air. Climb out at 72. And this is one of those cases where if you know you're doing a power off 180, you know, just keep it a little bit close to the runway, right? I mean, we know the winds. Yes, we know the winds are pushing us a little bit towards the runway right now since they're out of the east. But still, we'll play it safe, right? We're still going to have a headwind, so that's going to kill my glide a little bit. And don't be afraid to use the landing gear to your advantage, right? The gear is going to make this thing drop like a rock without power, so at least in my experience. I actually kind of I liked doing power off 180s in this plane for that exact reason. So power and feather the prop. Go ahead and pitch for best glide, pitch for best glide. Alright, right around now we can bring the gear down. First notch of flaps. Second notch. Gear down 3 green. Wow, look at this thing. And now with this thing, it will drop like a rock with full flaps, so just be careful. Aim for just one straight before the 1,000 footers. Slow down, there's 79. And start to slow to approach speed. I'm going to use that last notch of flaps for my advantage, so ground effect, last notch of flaps, float it. Hold this off, hold this off, hold this off, hold this off. Ah, dude, that was so far behind. All right. Props to full forward, flaps up. And we'll increase the power there. Ah, I gotta do that again. Even though I said I wouldn't, I 100% am gonna do that again. Yeah, this plane doesn't float like the Cessnas or even the Cherokee 140s float better than that, so. All right, we'll go ahead and do one more. I set my... that was completely my fault. Alright, we'll try that again. Yeah, make it quick, make it quick. Come on, there we go.
Touch and go runway 15
Keep pitching for best glide. Keep pitching for best glide. Right? If you're not at best glide, what are you doing? You're just losing altitude. So, best glide is 79 in this airplane. Keep this coming. Remember how much this thing will sink once you bring the gear down. So there we go. Hold best glide. Alright, I'm going to bring gear down now. I know this looks really high. Bring one notch in. There we go. You see, look at this thing sink now. Keep best glide. Okay, 2 notches. Hold this down, hold this down. Oh my god, look at this thing. It just sinks like a rock, dude. Alright, pop that last notch in to help float us. Alright, and then I'm gonna hold this off as long as I freaking can. Let it drop here. Hey, there we go, okay. Alright, there we go, that was a successful one. Put the power in. I know the approach was a little messy, but it was still a... Oh, props to full forward. Yeah, that would be helpful. Now full power. And 60, 65. We'll go ahead and rotate like that. All right, let's go ahead and buzz the area. So I'm going to go ahead and I'd like to actually leave the airspace here. I don't think they mind if I just have a little bit of fun, right? You don't think Tower will mind, so I'm going to go ahead and level off right here. Props back to, hold on, I need to reduce a little bit more just so I have access. So 25, and we'll manage that manifold pressure. There's the Space Shuttle. Give it a little flyby. And off we go. All right, to the VAB. Is my gear up? Oh, it's not. Well, now it is. There you go. Gear up. Now we can go ahead and really have some fun with this thing. So go ahead and start this turn. There we go, that's one of the hangars at least. And let's just go all the way to the VAB now. So add that power back in. We're just going to go ahead and do a couple orbits around the VAB. And we are finally on the lit up side of it. I need to gain a little bit of altitude so I can actually see the building in all of its glory here. So gain some altitude. Can't believe we're actually too low to see a building. How often does that happen with an airplane? Alright, go ahead and get that altitude going. Caution up. I'm inside an upcoming TFR. Oh my god. That's insane. Alright, gonna go ahead and reduce this now. There we go. We're doing turns around a point around the VAB. There we go. Now we're getting a much better view of this thing. There it is. I think I just got a pretty good screenshot for the thumbnail there of us crossing the VAB. That is so freaking cool. Anyways, let's just go ahead and do one more orbit. It's an impressive building when, as you enter it, you're already flying pretty low in the airplane and you realize you have to climb just to get a good look at the building. I mean, how often does that happen? So we'll go ahead and just do one more orbit and then fly. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and on this run, just fly this kind of this eastbound heading down there to the launch pad. Give a buzz of the launch pad and start heading back. So yeah, probably right around now I'll go ahead and drop that power. Start to push this thing down. Oh, there's an outline of a space shuttle. I didn't even know that was there. Alright. Go ahead and start to drop this thing down. And you know what? Just for fun, we're going to go ahead and just fly stupidly low over this road out to, I believe there's a couple launch pads out here, but I might be mistaken. Yeah, that looks like a launch pad directly in front of us. So go ahead and add the power. Oh, it's smooth air. We can exceed maneuvering speed. We can probably even get into the yellow if we really wanted to. So just going to fly this. I think this is where they move the rockets, right? With that stupid rocket mover thing, something like that. Alright, what's the plan from here? Is this where the road goes, or should we keep going straight? I think we should keep going straight for now, see if we can't just give it a little nudge above this tree. There we go, that's a lot better. And yeah, I guess that's the launch site, although it doesn't really look like a real launch tower, does it? It looks more like a... It looks, with all due respect, a little bit more like an office building. So, yeah, that's a little bit mildly disappointed there. Let me just pull up a little bit harsher just so I can get a good view. Look at that nice condominium right there. Oh, it's so stupid. Alright, let me go ahead and readjust my trim. Man, this thing, you gotta trim it a lot, don't you? Alright, well, that's one of the launch pads. I honestly forgot which one, but let's see. Now that we're in the after takeoff phase, we'll go ahead and say fuel pump, landing light off, keep everything else the way it is. Verify good fuel pressure. Actually, you know what? Turn my fuel pressure back on because I want to swap my tanks. So there we go. Right swap, and right tank has been selected, and fuel pressure. Yeah, that's all good. Awesome. There's the other launch pad, I think. I think that's a launch pad, right? Yeah, it looks like one. It looks more like something blew up there, but that's okay. you know, shit happens in the rocket industry. You know, Elon, you gotta take a chill pill with these rockets. You know. All right, let's go ahead and. Should we play it safe? Yeah, I guess since we're about to punch in at direct 2, we should probably go ahead and do a normal climb. In fact, actually, let's keep it at 25 squared for this climb out. So right around there, trim this thing out. We'll go up to like 2,000, something like that. Nice normal climb out, and we'll go ahead and punch in direct Spruce Creek.